The panda is especially meaningful to us because in Chinese culture it symbolizes the family. My mother accompanied my ex-husband and myself to China with our older daughter so that my mother could watch my older daughter while my ex-husband were bonding with Kiva. She knew I had several miscarriages and made the decision then to adopt. And everybody was thrilled. Could not have been more supportive. Prior to your adoption, I had sent a roll of film to Kiva's orphanage, which the adoption agency said sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. Here is one of the caregivers in front of the orphanage where you were, holding you. And there are multiple pictures then of the orphanage. This is you in the orphanage with a couple of the other girls. A picture of one of the cribs, and as you see, it's just a wooden plank on the bottom, and it's very sad to see that, but that's how a lot of the cribs were. And this is all in the orphanage again with one of the caretakers. You were mandated to stay, I believe it was 12 days, which we did both times. During that time, you get a very structured itinerary of when you will meet your daughter and where, and what things then have to legally take place, because there's a lot of paperwork once you get to China. And then there's a lot of free time that you could spend with, you typically go in a group, that you could spend with your group, time to bond with your child, time to bond with the other parents who have also adopted. The emotions I felt when you were first placed in my arms. The day we held Kiva in our arms for the first time. And there's the day. So it was quite an ordeal to meet you in that moment. We went back to the hotel room and just sat on the bed with you for quite a long time. My mother over here trying to feed you. You liked oatmeal and rice, and you loved that.
Here, let's get a look at that kanji.
And we just let you eat whatever you wanted because we knew all the food was going to be very unfamiliar to you. These are then begin the pictures when we brought you home. And my mother stayed with us for a couple of weeks, and then she went back to Florida to be with my father and my brothers. There's your sister, and you were thrilled with her. You followed her around and did everything she wanted you to do, and everything that was fun for you. Got you early on into Chinese dance, which we also have a lot of photos of. You could have exposure to other, your own exposure to Chinese families, and that they would remain very familiar to you, and that if you then grew up to decide you wanted to maintain that in your life, you could.